Good morning, everybody. What a fantastic start to a Friday morning where we've been hearing to all these inspiring speakers, each one of them, sharing their knowledge, their wisdom about their respective fields of work. It's been absolutely fantastic, every one of the speakers. I'm sure many of you have heard about this 3-day seminar which happened in Varanasi. I think it happened earlier this week, where the prominent people related to education, they spoke about a lot of things, and some of these quotes really stood out for me. The Union Minister for Education, for example, talked about how education needs to be for the learner, by the teacher, and more importantly, he talked about how the onus is on us to create a future-ready workforce. The Prime Minister talked about how India needs to become a global hub for education and how we need to develop world-class institutions and create opportunities for the youth. And the President, in one of the recent remarks, mentioned about how education needs to start harnessing the power of digital technologies to improve student and learning experience. Now, all this was music to my ears, our ears, in fact, because my company, Anthology, which is a global leader in EdTech solutions for about more than 3 decades, carries these exact same visions, same kind of vision. And I thought, if I have to communicate the vision of my company, why don't you hear it from the President and Prime Minister rather than from me? So sort of outsourced my work to the President. But what I want to talk to you about today, which is technology for personalized education, is a very crucial aspect and a contributing factor in accomplishing all these things that these fine gentlemen have spoken about. My name is Vivek. Vivek Iyer, I'm the Vice President of Sales at Anthology, which is a global leader, like I said, in EdTech solutions based out of the United States. And what I hope you'll be able to carry with you at the end of these 10 minutes is have an appreciation for what are the challenges today that we are seeing in higher education. What is a fresh rethink and approach that you can adopt to mitigate these challenges, and why Anthology is a partner for you, an ideal partner in this journey. Now, today's student is in the middle of a perfect storm. In fact, I always said that this word student needs to get replaced by learner. Today, when we talk about student, we immediately have a perception that it's somebody who's boxed inside the four walls of a classroom. Today, a learner can be anybody. It could be professionals like you, me, doctors, politicians, code developers, anybody. It's lifelong learning. So we should talk about learners. And this learner today is in the middle of a perfect storm. There are various forces acting on this learner which is making life difficult for him or her. A lot of the speakers today have already touched upon this and they will speak about it, but I'll just give a quick rundown. You've got COVID-19, which completely disrupted the way education happens. Things for us are creeping back to normalcy, but for education, it's never going to be back what it was. Things have changed forever, and it's for the good. NEP is a fantastic policy which is going in the right direction, and that is going to create a lot of stress and anxiety among the learners because it's going to change the way teaching and learning happens in the country. All the learners, they come to our institutes to study to get gainful employment, most of them. And if only 45% of 45% of graduates were found unemployable in 2021, that is a big source of tension for all these learners. We have a changing landscape in technology. This is adding another stress because now learners, it's not just enough for them to merely be good at their core area of study. They need to be understanding and have an appreciation of how technology is going to affect their core areas. For example, if a learner is preparing to become a financial advisor in the financial world, it's not merely enough for him or her to learn about the financial instruments, the interest rates, and so on and so forth. Today, they need to be very well versed with cryptocurrency, with NFTs, with blockchain, and so on and so forth to be able to provide proper financial advising. Let's not forget that all our learners probably today are from the Gen Z cohort who have a short span of attention, sense of entitlement, all the negative things that go around, instant gratification, very impatient, and these are, they are really grappling with dealing with this ambiguity, so many choices and constantly changing and dynamic. And all these things put together are creating a lot of stress and difficulty for the learners. And that's where what we say is you need to have technology for personalized education to mitigate these challenges. When you start putting and reorienting and re-architecting your people, processes, and systems by bringing the student and learner at the center, you change everything. Your entire approach towards your entire pedagogy changes. Once you do that, you get a 360-degree view of your learner because the learner is interacting with your institute at different touch points. You take all these different data points across these touch points, stitch them together, and get powerful insights which you can use to provide intelligent advising to your students and nudge them towards better outcomes. The NEP talks about how we need to give a lot of freedom of choice to the students about what they study, where they study, how they study, and what pace they study. Technology obviously is going to play a very crucial role in operationalizing these freedom choices for students, but a more crucial impact that technology can make is in providing data insights for students to make intelligent choices about this freedom that they have. It's all good to have all these choices, but how do they make the right choice? That also is a very crucial aspect. For example, if a learner today has these 5 skills already with him or her, and this is their dream job, today we can provide technology can provide insights that you need to supplement your 5 skills with these 2 additional skills to improve your chances of getting your dream job from 60 to 80%. That level of insights we can provide. We need to humanize education, develop them into global citizens, into well-rounded individuals, and for that, it's extremely crucial and imperative that you capture the non-curricular achievements and skills of students. This is quite a rage outside India in the developed world, some of the markets which I have handled, and in India, I'm slowly seeing the green shoots for this also developing. And we talked about, how the Gen Z cohort is very impatient. Today, they expect instant responses to their queries on the platform of their choice. Gone are the days where you can ask this learner of today to go to a portal, log in, get answers to your queries. Those days are gone. You need to provide intervention mechanisms and communication channels on their mobile, on preferably WhatsApp, which probably they will be using. And today, that's all possible. Now, Anthology, my company, has about 60 odd products, SaaS products, which help institutes put the student at the center like we are talking about. Now, it's 10 minutes, a ridiculously short time to talk about each of those products, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one product of ours and try to show how, use that as an example to show how you can start personalizing education by putting the student at the center. Teaching and learning is the most important thing we do at universities, and one of the crucial pieces of technology which enable that is the learning management system. We have Blackboard Learn, which is the leading learning management system across the world and has been operating for 20 years. And here I want to talk about, what should be the role of an LMS, a learning management system. A learning management system is not there just to give access to a digital replica of the learning content that is already available in your institute. It needs to be a central place where all the processes of assessments, syllabus management, content management, collaboration, communication, and everything in between takes place. We need to, a good LMS needs to empower the faculty to continue adopting their own pedagogical approaches using the tools that they are comfortable with. At the same time, we need to ensure that there is a balance between pedagogical autonomy versus a consistent learning experience for students. Technology should be an enabler and not a barrier. It's also important for the learners to be on top of their things, their assignments, what's due, what's new, what needs to get accomplished, so that they stay on course. And lastly, a learning management system, a good one, worth its salt, should not disrupt the technology landscape which already exists in your institute. It should work harmoniously with other systems that are already in place. And that's what Blackboard Learn, which is our LMS product, does. It's been doing for 20 years. It provides instructors, learners, and administrators with all the autonomy, consistency, and reliability to discharge their duties. How do we do it? Doing these five things that I'll just briefly touch upon. Blackboard LMS provides instructors with the tools for them to engage with students very comfortably with the best practices already incorporated in the LMS. What you see here is a grading screen. This is what an instructor will use Blackboard to grade a student's papers. Here, you can see that apart from the usual grading, the instructor can provide very specific comments and remarks about this assignment that the student has submitted by making annotations right on that screen for that particular student. The instructor can use rubrics for grading, which makes their job easier. They can check the plagiarism score using an originality report that is built into the tool. And there is also a feature to record a audio or video by which they can give personal feedback to the student. Blackboard has been doing this for 20 years. We understand education very well. We understand what are the workflows and the click paths which can make life for instructors and students very easy. Things like managing syllabi, adding different content types, doing a batch upload, all those things that normally take a lot of administrative time of learners, that can be done from one screen using drag and drop technology, which is very, very simple. Again, how is it benefiting the learners? By doing all this, you put all the syllabus in one place where it's easier for the learners to access. It's important to give the learners and instructors a platform by which they can engage, collaborate, and learn from each other. Using technologies in our LMS like message boards, journals, a lot of collaboration tools, we make this kind of thing possible where there is community building among students, even in an online environment, a lot of social bonding, which is obviously very beneficial to them. I talked about how we have to be best in class. Now, LMS is very vast in scope, but there are obviously a lot of small systems which do their niche jobs very well. Using our robust APIs and open APIs, we ensure that there is interoperability with all other systems and don't disrupt the technology landscape. One thing that you miss out when you move online is for instructors to get those small, nuanced feedback from students in the physical world, whether it is in the way of body language or head movement, all those kinds of cues that instinctively teachers pick up. Now that's not entirely possible in the online world, but we can do the next best thing. We can use analytics to see how the students are doing, how they are progressing towards their career goals, academic goals, and do appropriate interventions. Now, Blackboard has been doing this for 20 years, but Anthology, our overall parent company, we have an end-to-end suite. I just talked about one product. We have right from CRM systems to manage your leads, marketing campaigns, admissions, to managing your academic operations using our student management systems, to managing the learning and teaching Blackboard Learn, to co-curricular management, and right up to alumni and fundraising. All these products are SaaS products which are available. Most of them get developed here in Bangalore, where we are internationally headquartered in Bangalore. We have about more than 700, 800 people developing and supporting these products. We'll be very happy to have conversations with you. All this is available as an integrated platform where all these products are integrated with each other. Or if you wish to choose just one and start small, these can be taken and adopted even as a standalone module. We've been doing this for more than 35 years. We've partnered with more than 2,100 institutes across 80 countries, and very proud to be associated with 150 million learners. We're very proud of this legacy that we're leaving behind on a global scale. And like I said, we've been doing this with 2,100 institutes across the world. This is a very small slice of our clients. A lot of them obviously are in India as well. Very happily they've stayed with us. We've They've embarked on this journey with us and stayed with us. Some of our customers have been with us for 25 years, and we are very proud of that. And we would love to have conversations with each one of you and see how we can contribute in this journey of yours. So that's all I had. For anything related to technology in education, please get in touch with me. I'll be around in the break. If any questions, I'm happy to take. Otherwise, thank you.